Sunny skies awaited the start of the proper cycling season. Kent to Ninove, the 77th Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, first of two races, part of opening weekend. 13 hills, 9 cobbled sectors, but no Molenberg this year. Muur and Bosberg to finish off after a very hard day out. 7 riders got up in the breakaway, a really young break with the oldest at 27 years of age, and the young Belgian Ruben Appers enjoying it the most, saluting his fans as he was chased down behind. Just under 60 k's to go here, but there were crashes, there were incidents, the usual problems. Luke Durbridge suffering. Victor Kampenaerts going down several times. And the breakaway at the front breaking up. Attacks came from behind, the shape of Florian Vermeers, second in Paris-Roubaix last year, and Loic Vliegen active as well for Intermarché. They'd soon be joined by Stefan Kung. The gap just 33 seconds at this stage. Those left in the breakaway were finally met by the chasers. 45k still to go, and Fernando Gaviria became the latest victim of the latest incident. Onto the Berendries. Tish Benoot coming alive, the race being ripped to pieces, and with just over 30 kilometres to go, Jumbo-Visma were up for the fight, but so were the Ineos Grenadiers, Tom Pidcock, Jonathan Narvaez, and with Wout van Aert in the front, Sonny Colbrelli knew he had to get across. Heading towards Geraardsbergen and the mighty Muur, the gap was coming down again. The group was about to grow, and it meant that Quick-Step Alpha Vinyl, Trek Segafredo and UAE Emirates had to chase. But Wout van Aert had other ideas, not just wanting to ride away in a group. He was happy enough to let Tish Benoot go on the attack. The man from Kent on fire as he was the first into Geraardsbergen, onto the Vesta, and then up the Muur. But by the time he got to the top, the chapel with its bells ringing, the fans back on the side of the road, the race returning to its people, the action was kicking off behind. A narrow gap for Benoot over the top, but it wasn't going to stay that way for too much longer. Mohoric in the chase, Van Aert still hovering around for the revamped Jumbo-Visma Classics lineup. By the time Benoot was caught, they were approaching the Bosberg, the final climb of the day, and just before they got to the cobbled section on the long, straight and hilly road, Wout van Aert again put the power down. Victor Kampenaerts, despite all of his problems, really tried hard to follow. But follow he couldn't, and over the top it was 6-7 seconds for Wout van Aert, with the rest really, really hurting. There wasn't enough organisation in the chase. Perhaps there wasn't enough power. Despite having been at altitude just a few days ago in the Canary Islands, still running 10k's so late into the winter. His spring started with day 1 and riding away to win 1. Half a minute with 4k's to go. Records and sequences put to the end in true Wout van Aert style. The first race winner of the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad without previously having raced for 42 years. And the first winner in the Belgian champs jersey since Etienne de Wilde 33 years previous. Almost half a minute further down, it was a sprint for second and third. Colbrelli just about beating Van Avermaet, who had an encouraging start. And Victor Kampenaerts, with the crashes and mechanicals, still managed to finish inside the top 5. As is habitual, Van Aert went off to celebrate with Sarah and Georges. The family rather used to the winning. And Wout van Aert beating Sonny Colbrelli, Greg van Aert, with Naassen, Kampenaerts, Tiller, Trentin, Pasqualon, Sénéchal and Stuyven in the top 10. A great family photo to start the spring for Wout van Aert. Van Aert, Colbrelli and Greg van Avermaet. Van Aert will be looking to break the curse of the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad though, because as you know, if you follow this sport, if you win this race, you don't usually win the Ronde van Vlaanderen. If anybody can change that, and if anybody can do it, of course, it's the number one man at the moment. Wout van Aert, the winner of the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad.